and Happy New Year. I'm coming on today just because I'm going to be setting up my vision board. So I wanted to see if you'd like to do that too. My vision board is just an old frame that I've covered with some batting and fabric and some ribbon, but you can do it on anything. It could just be a simple sheet of binder paper or anything like that. It's just a place for you to focus all of your ideas and intentions for the year. So if you'd like to make one, stick around and I'll show you how I did mine. Okay, so here is my vision board from last year. About 2 years ago, I printed out all of these little cards, and they're just generic. I found some on Pinterest about, like abundance and positive thinking and that sort of thing. So I just did that, and I intentionally had everything be black and white because my life's a little bit chaotic. So I thought that having everything in black and white would help calm and focus my mind, and it would be something peaceful to look at while I'm trying to think about what I really need to focus my energy on. So these are all just cards that I printed out. They're, like I said, they're pretty generic. These I had right next to my sink in my bathroom so that I would see them every day. So about exercise and taking care of yourself and making positive, healthy choices. These aren't laminated, and I kind of wish that I would have done that because these are, you can see they're curling from the humidity in the bathroom. This sits on my dresser, so these are a little bit more protected, but they're pretty dusty and they actually might make me sneeze. So this year when I did my cards, I went ahead and laminated them first. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of these cards off so that I can have a fresh start. Alright, so I've taken everything off and I've put all my pins in my little cork over here. This is just a cork from a bottle of Dreaming Tree by Dave Matthews that we got when we went to a Dave Matthews concert maybe a couple years ago. Me and my husband and a couple of my best girlfriends, we went, and it was a birthday gift to me. And we just sat on the lawn, listened to music, had some wine, and it was a great concert. And just this little useful trick here, it brings me joy just remembering the fun times that we had. So that's something to think about is, how can you incorporate little things like that into your day to bring yourself joy? So here are my new cards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange them on here in a way that is going to be pleasing to me, and we'll see how that goes. So I've laid these out, and I think I'm happy with this arrangement. And then I have a few other cards that I'm going to be using for other things, and I'll show those to you. Now last year I had this hanging up in my bathroom, like right by my sink where I brush my teeth so that I could read these as I was brushing my teeth and getting ready for the day. And they just had like little encouraging things. This was actually a calendar, but what I did is I cut it apart. The top part was like a little notes page with all these sayings, and then the bottom part was a calendar. So I snipped those apart and just kept the sayings. And these have been really great, but I'm ready for something different. So I'm going to take those and get rid of those, and then I've made myself some cards with just the theme of joy. So I'm going to be hanging these up in my bathroom so I can look over and see little reminders to focus on joy this year. So I'll just choose one to hang in my bathroom at a time, and I just use a little bulldog clip, and I have a thumbtack that it hangs on. So those are going to be there, and then I have some other cards that I'm going to probably tape up around it. So these are the ones that I've chosen to hang up in my bathroom, and I'll probably have them just like this, laid out. I might attach this one to this card, and then that way in the mornings when I'm getting ready, I can remind myself of all of these things. These are a few sayings that I printed out that I'm choosing to put in my planner, just as a little reminder. I thought I would tuck this one into my wallet. And these I'm going to put in the car. I'm going to probably tape these near the dashboard, so as I'm driving and the kids are being a little bit crazy, it just reminds me to relax, accept the crazy, and to say yes to new adventures, because it's so easy just to say no. And I think saying no just out of impulse, because you're afraid it's going to take too long or be too hard or things are just too hectic, you're missing out on things. So I want to remind myself to say yes to adventure. And then this is to actually put on my dresser right next to my pillow. So my nightstand is not actually a nightstand, it's a dresser. So it's a little bit taller. And when I wake up, I'm actually facing my dresser. So I'm going to tape this in just the little corner there to remind me to wake up and be happy, and to choose to be happy, and find something positive to be happy about before I even get out of bed. So that way I'm starting my day off in a positive way. And then all the cards from last year that I'm not using, I just put in this little holder here that the kids made for me a few years ago. It actually holds coasters, but I use the coasters on my nightstand, and my husband has the other one. So these, I'm just going to save these. That way if I'm looking through them and I feel like I need a certain saying that day, I can pull it out and add it to my board. Okay, and there it is, all finished. And I will set this up in my room on my dresser, and then I will have this little sign there next to it. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you're going to be making a vision board for this year and what your word for the year is if you have one, and I will talk to you again soon.